Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Laura, and I am a mindset and purpose life coach. Today, I'm going to be going over a little bit more about rejection because rejection is just something that we kind of have to deal with a little bit more nowadays because of the new society with social media, with everything. Life is just moving on from when we were back in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and hey ho. So today's going to be kind of more about girl power talk. So I'm kind of talking to the girls here, but guys, you can listen because there may be some pointers here for you as well. So, how does rejection feel? How does it feel to you to meet someone, get talking to someone, and they just push you away? They stop texting you. You go on a date with them and you never hear from them again. Or you've been talking for weeks upon weeks, you've been having phone calls, texting, even seeing each other, and then boom, they're gone. Sometimes you just meet somebody, a guy, a woman, in the club, online, in the gym, and the conversation is flowing really nicely, and you get talking, you're building that connection, boom, they're gone. What do you do? How do you feel? So, some of you may be single for a while or just come out of a relationship. And because you haven't done the inner work on yourself, you kind of just want to jump to the next person. You kind of want to just jump to the next person to have that kind of rebound, but you're not really feeling or thinking it's a rebound at the time, but it is. Or you're just wanting to jump to the new relationship to just feel that love and just to feel wanted by that new person. And you put all your eggs in one basket for this person to become perfect in your mind, but in reality, they're not. You're imagining this person to be your prince, but in reality, they're not. They're not perfect, but you try picture them as perfect. And sometimes that's where we go wrong. We imagine someone to be just so perfect that we just put all our eggs in one basket, hoping, yep, this is the one. This is my true love. This is my twin flame. But it's not. Sometimes we fall in love with the idea of someone when that actual idea is not who they actually are, because in time, they show their true colors. And sometimes that can happen in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. Usually, after the 6 to 9 months, you start to see their true colors. But sometimes you can always pinpoint in early stages. So, you meet a guy and it's going really well. 1 to 2 weeks, you're going on dates, you're just building that connection, and you're feeling like you're on top of the world because you think this is the one, or this is going really well, and you don't want to lose that connection. And then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, you've built up this connection, you've built up this bond between this person and yourself. You've had a lot of laughs, you've had a lot of phone calls, and it's just like you feel like you're ready to move to the next step, or you're just still progressing through the texting stage. But then all of a sudden, boom, they start to pull away, and you start to notice that. So you kind of give a little bit more, and then they pull away again, and then all of a sudden, they're gone. Sometimes it could be just ghosting, and they're just pulled away and they're literally gone, gone off the world, nowhere to be seen or heard. You don't know where they are, and you're thinking, what the hell? I've just spent all this time messaging this person. We've built this connection. I thought they're on the same page as me. I thought that we had that connection. We were ready to move to the next stage. What happened? You may be thinking, do I contact them? Do I just reach out and say, hi, how are you going? Is everything okay? You may actually do that. You may send a couple of texts. And then all you get is crickets. You don't get anything in response. And it's like, shit, I shouldn't have sent that. Shit, shit, shit. Damn, I'm going to look desperate or anything like that. And then you pull back and then you just ponder, like, what happened? How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? Feel the emotions of how it makes you feel to feel rejected, to feel ghosted. How do you feel? I want you to absorb the emotions right now and just feel them. I know it's not nice to kind of like regurgitate the emotions that you had or you probably still have right now. And it's not nice to feel that because it's going to be too much to handle. Sometimes, a lot of people, it can be more traumatic if you've gone through this stage numerous times and it's like, here we go again. Why do I keep doing this to myself? No wonder I'm single. Nobody wants me. You have the negative mindset. You have these negative core beliefs coming into your mind. And that is what we have to work on to kind of get over that rejection feeling. So, do you ever feel the negative beliefs come into your mind telling you, what is wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? They're not talking to me, they've left me because there is something wrong with me. Definitely. It's me, not them. It's me. Is it my looks? Am I too fat? Am I not attractive? Did I say something? Did I do something wrong? It could be anything. Anything could be flooding your mind right now, but you're going to be blaming yourself. How do you not know it's not them? Do you think maybe they're not ready? Maybe they've got a lot of wounds to heal in their inner self. Maybe they're just latching on to you, or they're just trying to test you. Sometimes they may be an avoider. They think they can have you, but then you're not good enough. They're lower than what you are, and you're high up here, and they don't think they can reach to your level. They don't feel worthy to have you. There are so many reasons to why this person can just step back and disappear. They could be an avoider. They could be anything. They could have so many child abandonment wounds. Their mother, their father wasn't there and they latched on to you, but now they just fear of the commitment and they just take a step back and run away. There could be anything. I want you to understand it is not always your fault. It is not always you that is the problem. Deep down inside of them, it can be the problem. And that's when they're not doing the inner work on themselves. So they kind of move on and target women, target men, if we're talking men or women here. And then they feel as though, yep, I'm ready. And then they start to think, no, I'm not ready. Take a step back, disappear. But they always come back. They will always come back because they had you before. They're going to try get you again. But it's kind of like a cycle. It's going to happen and happen until they do the inner work of themselves. So that is kind of why they do it. There are so many reasons to why someone will reject you. I will probably move more into that in different videos so I can speak more about the reasons why people reject. But I've kind of covered the main areas in this video. So, how do we move past this? So, to move past rejection, you have to go in. And a lot of my videos will be talking about the inner self, the inner healing, healing the child abandonment wounds, the rejection, the trauma inside of you, inside of the child that lives inside of you, the child that you used to be. It is still within you. That child is still you. And there are a lot that you haven't healed within yourself, and it's feeling it. Maybe you had rejection or neglection from your parents, your mother, your father, and you haven't healed that. You haven't felt that self love. I want you to kind of just dive deep into the self love. Love who you are. Understand that this person didn't do it to you because they don't like you. Absolutely, they come to you. They would have thought you were amazing, but they stepped back because they couldn't handle you. Or maybe they have more trauma going on in their lives and it's just something that they need to work on. and you just stepped into their life, and boom, you were the target, you were the person that they wanted to mess with, unfortunately. Healing from rejection takes a really long time. It takes a lot of personal development work. You have to take the steps into your self-development journey to healing yourself. But you're probably still saying, but how? How do I heal this pain, this rejection, this pain that I feel inside of me of this person just walking away from me? Like, we had such a connection and they're gone, Laura. They're gone. You don't understand. Trust me, I understand. I've been there so many times. And that is the reason why you kind of become a life coach, because you have gone through so much. You know how to handle it. You have worked on yourself for so long that you need to come back and to give the support and the advice to others. So, the first thing I want to say to you is you need to work on yourself. So, how do you work on yourself? I want you to start loving yourself. How do you love yourself? I want you to focus on you. If you've been hurt so many times and it keeps happening, I want you to kind of reflect on the men, the women that you're going after. What is the pattern? What is that pattern that keeps happening? What are you doing? Why does it end the same way? Why do they treat you all the same? What lesson have you not learnt? Because we all have to go through a lesson with men, with women. And if you don't learn that lesson, it will repeat. It will keep happening until you learn. So you need to reflect. You need to try find that pattern. What are you doing? What is happening? How can you resolve that? Look at it as a problem. How can we solve this problem? How can we move forward? And then I want you to work on you. I want you to work on loving yourself, building your values, building your boundaries, how you want to be respected. Do you go out there every day and just sleep around or just get with every man, every woman that you want? Where are your values? Where are your boundaries? Where is your self-respect? I want you to become your highest self. Become the man, the woman that you aspire to be. How do you want someone to treat you? How do you want someone to love you? I want you to think on that. Think of that person, that man, that woman that you want to be. Who is that highest self? What kind of life do you live? Do you have a nice house, a nice car, amazing job, amazing family? What do you look like? How do you speak to other people? How do you show off as yourself? How do you dress? How do you respond? How do you act? I want you to understand having the most important is values and your boundaries and your self-respect. They are the main three. I want you to focus on that. Build yourself up into that person that you desire, and you will start to attract the people that see you as like an angel, that see you as a limelight, kind of like a bulb, like a bulb at night, and you're attracting all the flies, all the cockroaches. And when you start to work on yourself, that light will start to get brighter and brighter to just blind all of the cockroaches and the flies, that unwanted people away, and to attract the beautiful insects representing the beautiful people, the men, the women that shine to you. Of course, you're going to still attract the cockroaches and the flies, but you're going to attract the others that are seeing how much you are blossoming. So that is kind of some words I can say to get over rejection. I will be moving on to that in other videos, going more into depth into that as well. When we go through rejection with someone, you have to take something from that lesson. What are you learning from that lesson? Was it the person that you keep going after? They have the same traits as an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend that you are still attracted to? Find that lesson, find that reason, reflect on it so that you can kind of change yourself, change the situation, change the person that you go after. And lastly, As you may have heard, rejection is God's protection. Sometimes God will reject these people out of our lives because they're not supposed to be there. They all have an expiry date. Everyone that comes into your life is supposed to come into your life, but sometimes they're not always meant to stay. They all have expiry dates until that one that is your twin flame, your true love, will always be with you. But the rest all have expiry dates. And unfortunately, we have to work through those people because a lot of them are our lessons. They all come with something that we have to learn from. We help them, they help us. We grow from each other. It's kind of a part of life that we have to go through. But to get through all of these people or to find your true love out of all these people, to stay strong, to stay resilient, you have to move through. And as much as it's going to hurt, it has to happen. It has to happen. The rejection has to happen. Why? We have to build the resilience. We have to become stronger. We're going to have so many scars, so much on our heart that we just think, I give up. I give up with life. I give up with men. I give up with women. I give up. I'm going to just stay alone. I'm just going to live my life and have 10 cats. I give up. I give up with love. Love is just not for me. I want you to overstep those negative beliefs and flip them. You will find someone, but deep down, you have to do the work on yourself. You have to go through the pain. There's no rainbow without rain. So, I want you to take from this video today, understand that you have to become resilient, you have to become strong, going through those storms, going through that rejection. I want you to take away the lessons that you have to go through and just know you will find someone. Just keep going. Thank you.